Hey everyone, welcome back to Female Founder World. It's Jasmine. I'm the host of the show, and we're doing something kind of different today. I feel like we're kind of rolling into the holidays. I wanted to record another episode and just see if you guys were into it. So I'm going to share a bit of a sticky question that came from our community, and I'm going to share some kind of unfiltered advice and my thoughts on how this person should handle it. But first, I was just reading that Amazon is launching like a TikTok-esque content feed called Inspire. If you get the Female Founder World newsletter, which is actually probably what we're best known for, you'd know about this because we spoke about it in the newsletter and we covered it there. But I want to talk about it here for a second because I just feel like it needs to be getting more attention, particularly because so many people in this community are selling on Amazon, and this just, I don't know, it feels like a game changer. Like I haven't seen it really spoken about on small business TikTok. People seem to kind of be glazing over it, but they're rolling out a shoppable short form video and photo feed, and the content's going to come from influencers and brands and creators. And basically, just like with TikTok, shoppers will select what they're interested in. So like, you know, you'll pick skincare or fashion or like more niche options like work from home. And then as the algorithm gets to know you, it'll serve up shoppable content as you scroll, which is just, I don't know, this, you know, obviously this is the way things are going. So many apps are trying to get into short form video at the moment. But I just think the fact that Amazon is getting into it and so many of us are selling on Amazon, it's going to be a game changer if you're someone who's kind of cracked that TikTok short form video kind of format. And if you haven't, probably another like real kick to get into it, because I think it's going to really change the way that people shop on Amazon and the way that you can sell on Amazon. So it's rolling out to some people in the US this December, and apparently it's going to be rolled out across all of the US over the coming months. And I don't really know when it's going to be starting up in other countries, but it's definitely interesting and definitely something to keep your eye on for sure. Okay, so on to today's community Q&A. This question came from Jacinta in Austin. This is what she wrote. This is my first Christmas as a full-time small business owner. I started my business, we make sculptural candles, in January and went full-time on the business this July, which was a really big decision and big moment for me. Right at the beginning, I gifted a lot of friends and family with the product, and some of them have gone on to reorder a few times because they love our candles. But now it's Christmas, everyone's buying gifts, and not a single member of my family or my friends have bought one of my candles. We've sold literally over 1,000 orders this month, which is really great, but I'm kind of pissed that none of them came from the people closest to me who I know are spending money on gifts from big brands. My cheapest candle is less than $20, the perfect price for a gift. Am I overreacting and should I just let it go? Or should I bring this up with my friends and family? I know it's not their responsibility to support my business, but it still hurts. Whew, okay, so I have some thoughts about this. And if you're listening and you have thoughts as well, because I know you do, jump into the Female Founder World community home on Geneva, linked in the show notes, and we can continue kind of talking about it there. But first up, it is truly my biggest ick when people are so quick to rush out and support like a big celebrity or influencer when they launch a product line and to shop and support their businesses. But then when someone you know and someone you care about starts a business, for some reason we don't jump in to buy from them and support them, even if the product is objectively great. And I don't know, it's weird. I don't really understand it. And I remember when I had my beauty business and friends and family would buy it as gifts for like their loved ones at Christmas or for birthdays or whatever. It just meant so much. And I can remember every single person who bought from me, and like the people who bought from me without asking for free product or like a discount, and just purely to be supportive and because they love the products. And even though that business doesn't exist anymore, I'm like, I'll never forget those people. So all that just to say, if you haven't supported a friend's business lately and you've been meaning to, and you can afford to, honestly do it. Like if you're a small business owner, your love language is literally people supporting your business, because it is like entirely wrapped up in our identities, like our sense of self, our dreams, everything, the fact that we have a small business. And yet, to this listener, I have to say, I I personally don't think you should confront your friends or family about this. Like, I really don't. I get that it's hurtful, but I don't know. And I think that by sharing that you've done over 1,000 sales this month, you're kind of trying to communicate that, you have good product, people are buying it. It's not like because the product is bad and that's why your family isn't shopping it. But so I get that. I acknowledge that. But I do think at the end of the day, if your family and friends have supported you in other ways, maybe they've been like hyping up your business to their network, or like they're there for you emotionally and mentally as you've been kind of building a business and making the switch from your job or like to running the business full time, or like, they are understanding that you can't do certain things anymore because you're spending your time in the company. I don't know. I just think that that counts for a lot. And you've said that some of them have even bought the product before. So I don't know. I don't think that we can expect such like a transactional show of support from our closest people. And at the end of the day, it's not their responsibility to make sure the business works out. It's yours. I think maybe if you'd written and said that you felt like they weren't supportive of the business in general, I'd probably suggest like a bit of a conversation with them and asking them, hey, like, why don't you want me to succeed here? Or why does it feel like that? But I'd say that, if they were, that was kind of the way it was, it would be very much rooted in their own fears or like being scared for you or their own insecurities, or I don't know, maybe even some regrets about dreams that they didn't follow that they're like projecting onto you. But if this is like a crowd of people who are genuinely supportive of you in other ways, I don't know, I'd let this one go, and I would be spending that energy and focus on making sales somewhere else. Okay, I hope that was helpful. I hope that didn't come across as like too tough lovey, but that's what I think about it. If you've got some thoughts, if you are in the community, jump into the group chat. Let's continue the conversation. What would you do if this was your friends and your family? All right, thanks for listening. This is a bit of a different format. If you are into it, or even if you're not into it, like, I'm all about the feedback. Can you shoot me a DM on Instagram at Jasmine Garnsworthy or at Female Founder World, and just let me know what you think about this kind of random little solo episode that we threw together. I hope you like it.